Hey guys, welcome to the Hearted Life YouTube channel. Tonight we are sharing our fall evening routine, and you got a glimpse of this at the beginning of the video, but we are using brand new dental hygiene products and I cannot wait to tell you about them. I absolutely love them. Anyways, let's get started. So it's about 3:30 p.m. and Derek and Riker had just went to Walmart to pick up our groceries from an online order. Actually, on the way home, our trunk had opened up and Derek actually lost a couple bags of groceries. So unfortunately, it took a bit longer than expected, and tonight I had planned a crock pot meal. So I was kind of in a time crunch because I needed to get that cooking in order for everybody to eat when I had expected. So while Derek was gone, I tried to clean out my fridge and my pantry just a little bit so that I can get everything fit in there and make sure I'm using the ingredients or products from the week before. I like to make sure that it's just reorganized whenever I put my new order of groceries away. I always keep my grocery bags. You saw me put those into a cabinet. They come in handy all the time, like picking up dirty clothes, extra toys, snacks. I use them for projects with the kids, so they're just really great to have on hand, and you're not just throwing away plastic bags all the time, because that is wasteful. So I'm giving you a peek at some of the staples that I get every week from the grocery store. However, I am trying to pick up a new habit, so I got some frozen fruit and spinach because I want to start making green smoothies more often. There's so many benefits. It's such an easy way to get your greens in, and the kids love it too. So I'm going to start trying to do that. I'll keep you updated on how it goes, but I've always loved smoothies. It's just like the cleanup and all the different recipes that you can do that I need to get better about doing. Also, a couple weeks ago, I uploaded a pantry organization video. So as you saw, it's not as organized as I would hope for, but that's kind of what happens when you have kids and a husband who are going through it all the time looking for snacks. You can see Presley here is helping me put away the groceries, so you win some, you lose some. I think the next organization video I will do will be my fridge because everything is just kind of thrown in there. I try to keep it organized a little bit, but just looking at my door right now, there's so many different things just right there, and that is definitely not organized. So for our evening routine, I try to get dinner started by 5 p.m. every night at the latest. Most dinners I cook take between 30 minutes to an hour, so I like to eat around 6 p.m. Today I was using my crock pot, so I had to get dinner started earlier. At the latest, it needs to be started by 3. So it's about 4 o'clock now, and I'm running behind, so I wasn't too sure if this meal was going to work out. Plus, it's a new recipe. It is a garlic honey chicken, and I use carrots and potatoes as my sides. So I'll put a link to this recipe in my description box if you want to try it too. It's a really great one for substituting, so if you don't like certain vegetables, you can pretty much add whatever you want in there. And it's just a good meal for kids too because it's kind of sweet but kind of savory at the same time. So I am the one who does most of the cooking in our house. So while I'm starting dinner, if Derek is home, he will usually play with the kids, take them outside, just do something engaging so that I can get the meal cooked and on the table. But tonight, Riker is in the kitchen helping me. He loves helping, especially cook dinner and even cleaning up after dinner. So he is perfectly fine to always be in here doing whatever I'm doing because I love teaching him and just talking to him about what we're making. I like to think that I'm raising a boy, kids who can take care of a household basically. I don't think that Riker has to only be learning things that Derek does around the house, but instead I just want them to both be good little humans who can help inside the house and outside the house. So I am using bone-in chicken tonight. If you can tell by watching, I am not 100% sure what I'm doing. I've heard that bone-in chicken in the crock pot tastes a lot better, so that is why I look a little confused putting in my chicken in the crock pot. So now we are making the sauce that goes over the chicken and vegetables. It's the garlic honey sauce, and I usually use garlic pre-canned, but tonight I decided to use fresh garlic, and Riker was super intrigued by the garlic. He was helping get it out of the shell and crack it to put it inside of the bowl. I just love how curious he is when we're in the kitchen cooking together. It's so cute watching him, and I'm just really proud of him at the end of it because he feels so accomplished helping cook a meal. So Derek and Presley have now joined us in the kitchen. It's getting to be around 4:30 and the kids are getting kind of anxious, hungry, and just ready to move on. So I wanted to get dinner into the crock pot and finished because we have other tasks to do before we go to bed at night. You can tell I was kind of skeptical about this meal. I was looking for a backup plan for the kids already, but it's not quite dinner time for them yet. Before we go to bed at night, we have a list of things that I like to get done. So one of those things is take out the trash, and that is something that Derek does for our house. We call him the trash guy. He's noticing that there is a hole in the bottom of our bag, and it's getting all over our trash can, so he is kind of dealing with that for us right now. And thank goodness, I don't know what about the trash makes me not want to do it, but it's just one of those things. So anyways, moving on, we do some sort of activity for the kids. I don't like to just put a movie on at this time of night. I do usually one show or movie a day, so I'm pretty sure the kids had already watched a movie in the morning on this particular day, so we're doing an activity instead. We decided to make chocolate-covered strawberries that were shaped and looked like ghosts. Since it's Halloween and fall time, I like to do things that are on theme with what's going on. I do want to mention that I feel like this video makes things look so calm and so easy, but just remember that the volume is off for these videos, and if I turn it on, it's super loud in the house. It's crazy. And that's just how it is. So even though it looks like we've got our stuff together tonight, that is definitely not the case. Nothing ever goes as planned, and that's why I wanted to just roll with this day, roll with this video, because this shows real life. This is how things are at our house. So here we're just dipping our strawberries in the white chocolate. Everybody's licking their fingers, eating so much chocolate. But it was okay because it's for Halloween and the kids love chocolate. So it's getting to be about 5:30 in this video, and dinner was not even close to being done. But the kids are already getting pretty tired and definitely really hungry because they're eating so many chocolate-covered strawberries. So I decided to cook them a separate meal, which I literally never do. I was kind of thinking maybe at this point I should just record our fall night routine on a whole different day because this is not what we normally do, but I also wanted to show that this is real life and sometimes things don't go as planned. Our bedtime routine is pretty much always consistent, but sometimes how we get there is not. So I made the kids that classic toddler meal of chicken nuggets, mac and cheese, and some green beans. I love these little divided up plates you can get from the dollar store and Walmart because if the kids don't want to finish all their food, I like to motivate them by saying, well, if you finish this compartment or this spot where all the chicken is, then you can have dessert, or you may get up from the table after you finish your green beans, and it's just an easier way for the kids to look at the food and know how much they've eaten and what they are exactly wanting to finish up that night. So I'm poking holes in the chicken nuggets, trying to cool them off. Everybody's super ready to just eat and get our bedtime routine going. So Riker was watching a Halloween movie. and he didn't want to come to the table, but you can see he's moseying his way over there. It is really, really important for us to eat together as a family every night. It's just one of those things that we've always done, we will always do. It's just an important part of the day for me, so that we can just talk about our day and get that family time in if we didn't get it the day before. So I'm instilling it in them young that this is what we do as a family. Bella's there too. She always eats the kids' scraps. So after dinner, I like to clean up as much as possible until we go upstairs, because once we go upstairs for bedtime, I don't like to come back downstairs and do a ton of cleaning. So I do as much as I can in the 5 to 10 minutes while the kids finish up their meal. Or Riker also is helping me again. You can see he's taking his plate and Presley's plate all the way to the sink. So I'm always really proud of him for doing that kind of thing. He is a very, very good helper. Alright, I've gotten as much cleaned up as I could in that 5 to 10 minutes, so now we are upstairs and it's time for a bath. So we usually tag team bath time. One of us will give the kids a bath and the other will clean up around the house and get jammies and things like that ready for bed. So tonight, Derek is giving the kids the bath, so I can talk to you about Grin. Grin is a natural oral care system and company that I absolutely love and will continue using for my kids and myself and Derek. We brush our teeth twice a day, or at least you should be, and if you aren't paying attention and thinking about what you're putting in your mouth, especially your children's mouth, you really need to look at the ingredients in your toothpaste. Grin is made with organic aloe leaves, organic sea salt, and different oils that are healthy for you, your body. They're safe to put inside of your mouth and your children's mouth, and it's just fun because Grin gave us these super cute brushing charts that Riker has been using religiously since we started it. So it has a daytime sticker and a nighttime sticker and just some fun ones thrown in there. So after the kids brush and now floss their teeth, they can put a sticker on their chart, and then when they're all done, after 30 days, they are allowed to go to the store and pick out a surprise, whether it's a toy or a candy even, or a healthy snack. I just feel super comfortable with the kids using this new toothpaste because it's so safe for their mouths. So they have a couple different toothpaste flavors. Riker decided to use the berry flavor tonight. He is super great about brushing his teeth. He does it all by himself. I'll go in there and touch it up every now and again just to make sure we're doing a really good job. But I had a lot of dental work when I was younger, and I don't want that for the kids. I want to make sure that they're brushing their teeth twice a day and flossing as well. Presley's pretty new to brushing her teeth. She's not too crazy about it, but I think once she figures out the sticker system and just genuinely starts to enjoy it with these Grin products, then brushing her teeth won't be such a battle. We're using these new natural flossers. They're biodegradable and the kids really like them. It's fun to get them out of the package, and this was actually Riker's first time flossing his teeth ever. So you can see that he does not know what he's doing, but I'm about to teach him, and now he's been flossing every day since. We keep looking and talking about the flosser because obviously he's never done this before, so he was super intrigued to see what was coming out of his mouth. So once we're all done, I showed the kids their new charts. We put their stickers on for that morning after they brush their teeth and that evening. So they've got day 1 done, and now we're already on day 6. So after we brush our teeth, the kids brush their hair. I use a detangler for both of their hairs. 1, because it smells really good, and 2, the back of Presley's hair has been getting really tangly. I think it's just from rubbing on pillows and things throughout the day, so I like to put some in there to make sure her hair stays soft, and brushing her hair is a good experience because eventually I want to style it, put it in ponytails and buns and things like that, so I just want her to enjoy letting me do her hair. We're having a quick little pillow / dance party before bed, and usually Derek and I tag team bedtime again. I will put one of them to bed, usually Riker, he's kind of a mama's boy, and Derek will put Presley to bed because she's kind of a daddy's girl. So Presley is telling Riker good night, and she did not want to leave. She kept trying to get back up there and cuddle us, and basically the kids are attached at the hip and also very, very attached to Derek and I. So we're really just a close family. We would probably all just go to bed together at 7:30 if we could, but Derek and I have a lot to do after the kids go to bed. So we are just trying to get them down for the night at a decent time so that they can get a full 10 to 12 hours of sleep. So I'm telling Presley goodnight. She's putting lotion on herself. We like to keep their baby skin smooth, especially with the winter months coming up. Their skin can get so dried out. She takes her binky and she is obsessed with these knitted blankets. They are her absolute favorite thing in the entire world. And she's been sleeping with them every night since she was pretty small. I feel pretty comfortable having these in the crib with her because there are so many holes in them and it's pretty breathable. So now that the kids are asleep, Derek and I are closing up shop for the night. He's closing the windows, making sure the doors are locked, and even though it's only about 8 o'clock, we close up pretty early because we're so tired. I'm checking dinner and it still was not done. It's been in the crock pot for like 3.5 hours. I ended up putting it in the oven to finish cooking everything, and that only took about 20 minutes. So finally we're enjoying our meal after a long hard day, and it was really good. Definitely recommend cooking this. Just make sure you start earlier in the day than I did so you can eat at a decent hour. So like I mentioned earlier, I have a little checklist that I like to get completed before Derek and I go to bed. One of them was taking out the trash to make sure that our house can smell nice, and then another one is getting my dishwasher loaded and started right before I go to sleep so that I can wake up to a clean sink and ready to go for the next day. The first thing I do in the morning is also unload the dishwasher, so throughout the day as we use dishes, I try to keep them loaded up into the dishwasher, but obviously things can get piled up, so it can take me a little bit to get it back in order at the end of the day. So now that I've got my sink all cleaned up and ready to go for the next day, I'll start the dishwasher and then start heading towards the laundry room. I pick up things as I see them pretty much. So as I'm heading there, I notice that the table was still dirty. So I make a pit stop, I clean the table, and then I go into the laundry room. I like to do this throughout the entire day. If I see something dirty, I try to pick it up right then and there if I've got the time to do it. One time somebody said some advice, and it's always stuck with me. I think it's such a good idea. I believe it went like, if there's a task that takes you less than 60 seconds to do it, then go ahead and just do it. Because if you lived your whole day like that, doing all the tasks that take less than 60 seconds, you'd be super surprised at how much time you've saved and how many things you don't have to do at the end of the day. So I've got my laundry started, and now I move on to vacuuming, and or I might just sweep. So on this day, we had done so much in the kitchen, it needed a good vacuum. I couldn't just spot clean and sweep it. So I'm vacuuming it, and I pretty much do this every day, maybe every other day, because the downstairs just gets so dirty from the crumbs and the snacks and all the different activities that we're doing. So I'm going to vacuum up the kitchen and the living room, which are our two most lived spaces, and then I'll be all done with the downstairs. So I ended up picking up the living room pretty good tonight. There's a pile of towels over there on the corner that you can see. I folded those, I brought them upstairs with me because it is finally shower time for Mom. I shower every day, but as most of you know, I have hair extensions, so I do not wash my hair every day. I wash my hair probably every 3 to 4 days, but I always like to take a shower at the end of the day, and I shower at night to save time in the morning because mornings can get very chaotic for us. I also have a pretty strenuous face routine and skincare routine. So I have toner and lotions and serums and all sorts of things. And at this point, Derek had finished up doing whatever tasks he has done, and he's in there, so you can see me talking to him. I'm not just in the bathroom talking to myself, but Derek is in there too. So we kind of get ready for bed together, wind down together. This is now Mom and Dad's time. We take our evenings very seriously. We either spend quality time together by watching a movie or just anything that gets us closer so that we can get that one-on-one time together, or we will spend it separate but together. So if I have work to catch up on, or Derek wants to play a video game or anything like that, we still try to do it together. So like I mentioned earlier, we are using a new oral care system. So we're gonna brush our teeth together with Grin's natural whitening toothpaste. This stuff works so good, and Derek and I have little matching toothbrushes. So we cheers and start brushing. Every time we brush our teeth together, I don't know why we do this, but it is a competition to see who can brush their teeth the longest. We've done it for years now. I don't know why, but that is literally what we start doing every time. So we brush our teeth for probably 5 minutes straight. I end up speeding this up because it takes so long for us to brush our teeth. So here we go. And I always lose every time. I get so tired of brushing my teeth, so I gave in, and then Derek ends up stopping shortly after I do. So after Derek and I brushed our teeth, it was time for us to floss now too. These flossers actually say for kids, but we got 2 of them, so Derek and I figured we'd just use them too because we definitely need to floss our adult teeth, and it's just good for you. So we don't floss very often, but now that we have these, we definitely will be trying to floss every single day. After that, I convinced Derek to do a face mask with me. We did make a couple TikToks wearing the face masks, but I just like to do them with somebody. I don't know, it's like one of those things where we can spend some quality time together and also take care of our skin. So this is us making our TikTok. It was a really funny one. It didn't do very well, but it was still fun to make, and that's kind of the point of TikTok for us anyways, is just to have fun and keep it light. So after that, we decided to hop into bed early tonight. Sometimes we will go back downstairs and watch a movie or watch Netflix or something on TV together, but tonight we kind of had some work to get finished up, so I am working on the computer while Derek is reading part of his book, and obviously Bella is here with us. She gets overlooked, but she's always there with us for the last 9 years now. As you can see, our night routine is packed full of activities and dinner and just a lot that we do to get ready for bed. So if you stuck with us, thank you so much for watching. We love making these types of routine videos, so don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we will see you next Sunday. Bye!